dreamed, when we dreamed to make a revolution, and nobody was believe us, and everybody tell us that you are crazy. There is impossible to be an revolution in Egypt, until all of us have despaired, and they so believe that it is impossible to make a revolution in Egypt. But after a while, we find ourselves uh, pushed by the revolution. And what I understand late late يعني يمكن delay to understand that what we need not just a political change, but also we need an individual change, because we're suffering from military military rules for 60 years, starting from Abdel Nasser. And through these 60 years, a lot of things changed. Country changed to the worse. People changed to the worse. Where the education system, health system, the treatment between people, uh, politeness, respectable between the people, the kind of music which we listen, the tastes of people, everything was changed to the worse. Okay, so when we started the revolution, it was we have a hope that everything will be fine after a while, but we make a lot of changes, but we are still in a bad situation, because we need a long time to make a qualitative uh, change from it started from the heart of the people. And regime, it was general strike in 2008, and it was started by a group of women in Mahalla city. Mahalla is a big industrial city in Egypt, and a group of women started started a strike. It can be called general strike because there was a little of them. But after they started this, a lot of women come to give them solidarity, and after that, many started to support them. They, after a while, all Mahalla city has a big strike, and the strike shifted to Cairo and Alexandria and everywhere. So it was the first step we made to face the regime. And when we have an event, we can announce in a newspaper or TV. Also, you can announce with just flyer. Yani if you put a flyer here, maybe you are arrested, and the whole area which has this label may be arrested. So we sometimes send an SM message to the people, even if we don't know them. And I send it to Tanya because she is my friend, but I just write an unknown number and send the same SMS, because we want to know, to make the people know about the event, and also email, and sometimes flyers, but it's limited. But in 2010, Mohamed Moghazy came from USA. He was in USA and before Australia, and he come to Egypt to make a big change. He made a movement called, sorry, I can't translate it well, but it's called Association of a Change, National Association for a Change, and he could collect 1 million signatures to change the constitution of Egypt during Mubarak. Okay? In 2010, in the same year, Mubarak still tried to control us and push us, and he make a fault of the parliament election. After this election, which was false totally, we cannot afford again. We cannot fear this. What I can say, I think it was a big pressure to us. And when you get a balloon and press it strongly, it has to explode. That's what happened. So everybody was ready to explode. We just identify a day, which is 25 of January 2011, and why we choose this day specific, because it was festival of the police, festival of the Egyptian police, and everybody in Egypt was hated the police, and also has a revenge against the police. But when we try to tell our relations and our family about 25th of January, everybody reply us, but we think that you will not have the result, and you have a big risk. Please don't do that, and there's nobody will believe you to follow you, so you will find yourself alone, stand alone. And they do not give us a hope. But when the revolution started in Tunisia, and after a few days, Zain al-Abidine, the president, was run out from Tunisia, we feel that there is a hope, and as the Tunisians do, we can do. So we make a lot of work to recruit the people to this revolution. In 21st of January, I think we are about from 20,000 to 30,000 in the Tahrir Square, but there was a big problem for me. I'm coming from a poor area, and it's a public area which the people has no high education, they has no money, they have a lot of suffering, and they represent for 90% of the Egypt. But the people in Tahrir Square is not the same. The people in Tahrir Square is high class people. They educated well, and they seem typical and clean. Yes, they have expensive wears, expensive classes. They treat as a noble. So I was very happy with a number, and also happy because this kind of people, the quality of people in Egypt can make a change, but they don't have a representative standard for Egypt. So when I have a chance to talk with a group of them, because I just told them, you are not a representative for Egypt. You are the elite, which has the concept, and they have idea about change, and you have a vision. You want to see Egypt like advanced countries like America and the countries which you visited. But you have no suffering. Now, if the police start to strike us, you have to run, because you have a lot of things you are afraid to lose. But the social way where I come, the people don't after anything because they have no anything. And also they have a lot of suffering that will push them to make a big change, but they have the awareness. They do not know things about the power.